Welcome back, folks, to another exciting edition of Let's Play Star Wars The Old Republic. As always, I am your host, J-Squared John Jeremy, and last we left off, our Sith warrior Varel has made her arrival here on Korriban. She's met with Overseer Tremel and gained her Sith Warblade. Now, apparently, she's going to become judge and executioner to a couple of prisoners that the Overseer has brought in for us to interrogate. Now, before we continue on, I thought I'd showcase some new armor here that I'm using. This was given to subscribers of the game back when the Galactic Starfighter expansion was released. And I want to showcase the weapon that I'm currently using right now, which isn't exactly the Sith Warblade here. So first off, the armor that we're using is the Imperial Battle Ace. And that was given to the users of the Galactic Starfighter expansion. The HK-55 Vibro Sword is a recent release to subscribers for their big kind of debut of HK-55, who is a very infamous droid or droid series that Knights of the Old Republic is known for. So you definitely have some nice little kind of insight there. Now, we're going to go ahead and speak to the jailer Nash here. But again, keep in mind, Varel is not like other Sith, so she doesn't necessarily, wants to destroy everything. Maybe just a few things in her way, but we'll kind of play it by ear and see how she reacts to the situation that's been given to her, really. You guys voted for Grey, but I also don't want to make it like, well, one choice is going to be light side and one choice is going to be dark side, and kind of flip-flop from there. No, we'll kind of play it by ear and see how things go. Speaking of seeing how things go, let's find out what these prisoners have to say.
One more chirp from you, little bird, and you'll regret it.
Chirp, chirp, chirp. Ow, jerk. If you don't like that, just say so. I can do other animals too. Dire cat, frog dog, quaking monkey lizard, you name it.
I'm Jailer Nash. I run these cells and slave pits. You're the acolyte Tremel sent for the test, right? He thinks highly of you.
Well, good.
That's good to hear. I want to do well.
You should know this situation is highly unusual. Normally an acolyte goes off-will for the interrogation. Overseer Tremel, at these three, shipped him for you. He thinks you're the next coming of Exar Kun, but you ought to know, Tremel ain't the only one paying attention to you. Now, these three prisoners have been transferred here for your inspection. You gotta interrogate them as needed, and then decide their fate. The convicted are usually executed, or given a trial by combat to see if they're worthy. Whatever you decide, you will be the one to carry out the sentence.
Makes sense.
As it should be.
Fine. Let's get started. This one on the left.
You freaks aren't getting anything new out of me. Just do whatever you're gonna do.
Well, you don't necessarily want to say that.
So, you're hoping for blind mercy. Do you know where you are, lady?
You don't have to tell me. There's no such thing as mercy here. I know how this story ends.
Impudent to the last. As I was saying, she was sent to kill an Imperial spy in the Yavin system. Throughout her torture, she maintained that she was hired anonymously.
Get it through your damn head! I had no idea he was Imperial, and I don't know who hired me.
So, you have no ties to the enemy?
So, you're telling me you're not a Republic assassin?
I'm not political. I work for whoever pays.
The point is, she doesn't deny the charge. So now you must decide. Execution or trial by combat. Which do you choose?
Execution is just a pure kill, and I assume that's a dark side choice. Yep, arm her. For trial by combat is also a dark side choice, while the Empire needs assassins is a light side choice. Obviously, execution makes sense in a way. Arm her doesn't really. You're not really granting mercy in that case. The Empire needs assassins is kind of interesting, though, because it might be good to have an assassin in Varel's back pocket. Theoretically speaking, in Varel's head. The assassin can do dirty work while Varel keeps her hands clean. It's also a good point there. But the assassin was caught. So, don't know exactly how good of an assassin she is. Decisions. I think this one is going to be...
Neither, actually. She could prove useful. Send her to Imperial Intelligence.
I won't work for free.
Huh. You spared her. Interesting.
Please, I am a fellow Sith. Judge me with an open mind and grant me trial by combat, I beg you.
Well, first, I guess, who are you?
Your name, now.
This pile of waste is Davotech, once a valued Sith champion, until he botched an important mission and caused 1,000 Imperial deaths. Now look at him.
I served faithfully for 24 years. Then one mistake, and they threw me away. Now I have been left here to rot. Please, let me feel the weight of a weapon once more.
Okay, so Davotech here is a disgraced Imperial warrior. I assume a general of some sort, and he caused the death of 1,000 Imperials. Do we respect his wishes and kill him by giving him a sword, or do we simply execute him? I'm not gonna let him just rot. We have to make a choice on this one, I feel. I think in this case, Varel would probably say that the loss of 1,000 soldiers denies him the opportunity to feel valued, honor, I guess, dignity. You've lost dignity, I guess, by causing the deaths of 1,000 people. So
I don't do charity work. Feel the weight of a weapon in your throat.
I die a disgrace.
Good. I won't have to look at his sad, weathered face anymore. Thank you.
Honor his sacrifice. You're welcome. You shouldn't talk. I think... She wouldn't like backtalk. I don't think so.
And he won't have to look at yours either, jailer.
Well, this last prisoner's a bit of a puzzle. He's called Breg, and he's a jittery little wretch, suspected of supplying forged documents to Republic agents. Strangely enough, he maintains his innocence, despite being severely tortured.
Nebaga imana, naki naya, bila maknam unya kamna lebek.
That seems unlikely. Not if we've already captured you.
Come on, who would go to all the trouble of setting you up?
Nibikak nakamak, nebaga imana, naki naya, bila maknam unya kamna lebek.
He's never wavered from that line, and the evidence is circumstantial. I suppose it's actually possible he didn't do it. So, what do you decide?
Leave him in chains, set him free, bleed him until he relents. So again, 2 dark side options and 1 light side option. Varel's... If the evidence is circumstantial, I don't think she'd go for torture. She kind of hates that. Not hates. She is kind of about the idea. Too many people in the Sith Empire use torture for everything, so I don't think she's fond of that as an option. Leave him in chains, set him free. I don't think she would set him free either, because, one, if she makes the mistake, and he is in fact the person who's doing it, and she sets him free, then it can come back and haunt her. Meanwhile, leaving him in chains means that it's somebody else's problem, regardless of whether or not he did it or not do it. So, leave him in chains.
This matter is beneath me. Throw him back in his cell.
Karipakayangnaya, Harakam Serikmera.
Well, I guess it's back to solitary for him. Well, that's that. You're an interesting one, kid. I can see why people are keeping tabs on you. Head back to Overseer Tremel. See what he thinks of your choices.
Alright, so we've made our decisions now. I didn't get to do that one. Vet. Huh. Okay. I guess that's gonna happen later, maybe? Alright. Let's go ahead and make our way back over to Overseer Tremel. So that was interesting. Kind of hope that gave you guys like an inside look into her mind. The mind of Varel, that is. And I'm happy to discuss it further if you guys have any questions that you post in the comments section. I'm really trying to kind of flesh out this character. I want her to be more than just a one-note character, one-note idea, either with the light side or dark side. She's a bit more nuanced than that, at least I would hope. So, let's see what Overseer Tremel has to say about the situation. Let's see. Ah, there he is. Oh.
Is this everything?
Everything Lord Renning was able to obtain, yes.
Then run back to your master in the beast pens before I cut you in half. Sorry to make you wait, Acolyte. These interruptions are incredibly annoying. On to the business at hand, your test in the jails. First, the assassin, Solence. She attempted to kill an Imperial spy, but was unaware of her client's affiliation. You assigned her to Imperial intelligence. I commend you, that was excellent thinking. Never waste a potential resource.
Good.
Thank you, Overseer. I'm glad you approve.
What's more important is that Darth Barris would approve. Now, Devotech, the former warrior. He wanted combat, but you struck him down. Perfect. The man was utterly useless.
Meant nothing.
I took no pleasure in killing him.
And why would you? It's like taking out the trash. You just do it. You don't think about it. Once something is used up, it should be eradicated. Now the forger who maintained his innocence. You refused to deal with him. Explain.
Well, I don't really want to give away what I was thinking at the time of the choice. So... not worth my consideration.
We have better things to do with our time than deal with the likes of him, right?
Wrong, sloppy, and unacceptable. You left the issue in limbo. Things fall through the cracks when they are disregarded. No matter how insignificant something seems, be definitive. You must always be thinking and considering every angle. Aside from a strong and skilled sword arm, that will be what impresses Darth Barris the most. You're beginning to understand what it means to be Sith, but you're far from being able to impress Darth Barris.
I'll try harder, Overseer. I promise.
If you don't, you're doomed. Remember that. Because I forced you into the Academy ahead of schedule, Darth Barris will be predisposed to judging you severely. And by severely, I mean fatally. Now, we must hurry to your next trial. Every moment that passes, we risk discovery before we're ready. In the caverns of Mark Aragnos is the beast he left to guard his legacy. Go there, sit among the flames, and wait for the beast to come for you.
You think that's enough information? How about you tell me about this beast?
All you need to know
is that it's ferocious and bloodthirsty, and in no way is it a trial for a normal acolyte. Return to the Valley of the Dark Lords, and find the tomb of Marka Ragnos. I'll see you when the beast is slain. Good luck.
Alright, so in the end, dark side points plus 50, plenty of experience points, and I already have better equipment. Alright. Well, 2 out of 3 isn't bad, I guess. I can see where he's coming from as far as the be decisive thing. I mean, obviously, that's what they would want, but we wouldn't want our name attached to either choice, so that's why we chose what we did. No thank you on the group. So now we're going to make our way over toward the lower wilds and the tomb of Marka Ragnos. I can mount here, damn it. There we go. The other thing I liked about this particular armor was that it looked nice when you use the jetpack. Oh, hello. There's a quest here. How you doing there? Oh yes, that's right. I do recall this.
Stand and account for yourself, Acolyte. Let's see what you're made of. I look at you and I wonder, are you among the truly loyal, or do you hide treason in your heart?
Depends on what you call treason. Ah, but this is an option for us to use our Sith pureblood heritage, though.
I am heir to a great Sith bloodline. How dare you even ask such a question of me?
I do what the Emperor commands me to. Your special heritage does not place you above suspicion, nor should it. Intelligence reports indicate this valley shelters traitors. Acolytes who seek to destroy our Emperor's carefully built order and replace it with their own weak-minded heresies.
They hide among the faithful and obedient. But make no mistake, they will destroy us all, given the chance.
We've watched as the traitors scuttle about this valley and plot against us. We know their faces and their names. It is the Emperor's will that the sands of Korriban be slaked with the blood of these traitors. Prove your allegiance by executing them.
Well, we're not going to refuse the quest because, you know, experience points and all.
It will be a great honor to serve you, my lord.
And in serving me, you serve the Emperor. Remember that, as you exterminate those vermin in the valley.
I'll give you the means to identify the traitors. Eliminate enough of them to prove your loyalty. Then return to Inquisitor Arzanan.
I'll be watching your progress with great interest. Go now. See that the Emperor's will be done.
Alrighty. Scan and defeat 4 Acolyte Initiates. Now, while she's not necessarily one to just randomly just start killing people left and right, it's part of her job. So she doesn't have a problem doing it, I guess, is what I'm saying. Not in the Twitter database. Plus the fact that she's being watched right now, and she's on Korriban, and she doesn't really have much independence. Also kind of a thing. Now, that's not to say that she harbors some unique ambitions of her own. Aha! Traitor! There goes one. Are you a traitor? You are! Goody! Good night. I like this vibro sword. Looks nice. Looked nice in that cutscene too. Alright. Nope, no traitor there. How about you? Oh, it makes a little noise when you put it away. That's good. No, not you either. How about you two? Don't think I don't see you over here? Are you a traitor? Nope. How about your friend over here? Are you a traitor, sir? Nope. Alright. Well, you guys are lucky. Ah, this guy over here, talking to nobody. Nope, talking to somebody. You guys must be traitors. If not, I'll just kill you anyway. Aha! You are a traitor! Good night. Now, your friend here, the one who's nonchalantly not doing anything after I've just killed his talking buddy, is also a traitor. Not surprised. He was trying to hide it. He was like, maybe if I don't move, she won't see me. That, my friend, is a falsehood. Let's go ahead and make our way back over to Arzanin. Or Arzanin. Whatever your name is.
I watched you deal with those traitors. Well done. That was an impressive display of loyalty. Take this reward as a token of the Emperor's favor, and wear this badge. It marks you as a defender of our empire.
Stay vigilant. Our enemies lurk where you least expect them.
All right. Experience points and common data crystal. Very good. Let's go ahead now and make our way over to the field research area.
Travel route is confirmed.
Nice little taxi area. You know I'm not actually driving this, right? Just gonna point that out. Oh, that's right. Gotta get those datacrons. They're a thing. Now, I do recall this place. This is the area of Lord Renning, our crazed Sith dissector of beasts. Let's go ahead and make our way down here. Probably not gonna survive that fall if I do that. So, come back up, elevator. Okay, that was a bit... okay, we're fine. Never mind. We could have done that. Let's go say hello to Lord Renning here. Now, Lord Renning was also mentioned in the Sith Warrior storyline just recently with Overseer Dremel.
A fresh, young acolyte come to view my experiments. Good. I trust the sight of a messy operating table doesn't disturb you?
Let's ignore that question.
What's the situation here?
Understanding the Force's mysteries requires that we seek answers everywhere, even inside a beast itself.
This used to be a Tukata, the hound-like creatures infesting Korriban's tombs. On the surface, nothing special.
But I alone can see this creature is an expression of pure dark side energy. Aggression made manifest.
I don't know about that.
If you're the only one who can see, maybe it isn't there.
The ignorant often question the perceptions of the wise. You require enlightenment. The Force is alive. It expresses its will in the physical world. This Tukata was one such form.
Well, then what exactly does that make us?
Are we another of these forms?
Sith are the highest manifestation of the Force's will. I've dissected hundreds of Tukata, forging a direct connection to the dark side. Each beast I examine advances me toward perfect unity. I now stand at a new frontier, but find myself thwarted. My most perfect specimen, a Tukata mutant, escaped to the tombs before I could analyze it.
Oh. Well...
The galaxy is a harsh place.
You don't understand. I've lost a vital key to unlocking the dark side's true essence. You acolytes delve those tombs on your trials. You could hunt that Tukata for me and retrieve its perfect brain. My apprentice, Melora, saw which tomb the mutant beast fled into. Find out what she knows, assist me, and you will be rewarded.
Why can't your assistant go?
Why not send your apprentice to recover this beast?
She's more suited to the laboratory than the tombs. She lacks your fire, I'm afraid. Ask Melora where to seek the Tukata, and return to me when you have its brain.
Uh-huh. Oh. Ah, examine Tukata. Alright, let's talk to Melora here.
Seeking Lord Renning's lost pet, are you? Don't waste your time. That fool's research is pointless.
Don't really care.
I was hoping this would keep me entertained.
Glad to know I'm not the only one who sees through my master's inane babbling. Renning deludes the Dark Council into believing he's advancing Sith knowledge. The truth is, he wastes the Empire's time and resources dissecting mindless animals. But if his experiments were discredited, he would be banished, and I would be rewarded.
Why don't you just inform his superiors?
Tell the Dark Council he's insane. I'm sure they'd listen.
Don't be naive. The Dark Council would never believe the word of an apprentice over her master. Look, just a minor alteration to the mutant Tukata's brain would allow me to reveal my master as a fraud. Bring me the brain before delivering it to Lord Renning, and I'll make it worth your while.
That may be possible.
I might be interested.
Perfect. Then we have an agreement. The mutant Tukata escaped to the tomb of Mark of Ragnos. It's much larger than the others, so it's easy to spot. Return to me with the brain before you see Lord Renning, and I'll take care of the rest.
Okay, so we're gonna need to enter the tomb burial chamber to complete dark science. I guess there's a question there, like, if Renning really is a fraud, why does Melora need to alter the brain of the Tukata to prove it? Wouldn't the research itself just show it? I guess it's an interesting thing. And we're gonna be walking past all these low-class mobs here because they don't give us any experience at this point. We're over-leveled for them, but as you can see, plenty of crazed Imperials all around as I run right into a rock. Good job, John. And plenty of monstrous Tukata lying around as well. Trying to ignore those dudes as well. Don't mind me. So yeah, I'm thinking about, because if I recall correctly, Lord Renning, giving the brain back to Lord Renning is a dark side option, and giving the brain to Melora is a light side option. So what is Varel value here, I guess? She definitely would not like to waste Imperial resources, that's for sure. She considers it to be just almost a traitorous in and of itself. She doesn't like, it's funny, she doesn't like corruption. Not like dark side corruption, but just pure corruption. Would this be classified as corruption, though, I guess? Because the guy does believe it. It's not as if he doesn't and he's just using the funds for his own... Well, I guess he is using the funds for his own gain, but... It's not like he's buying dancers and bottles of wine and things. I don't know. It's different. It's interesting. I have to think about that as we complete this quest here. So I'm putting the floor slug larva on the little podium there, and that should bring out the Tukata here. Sure did. Hello there. Slash. And you're dead. I'll grab that brain. Now I can return to Lord Renning or Apprentice Melora. Which one do we want to return to? Now, I committed to Melora that I would give it back to her, but that doesn't necessarily mean we have to, that's for sure. Does Varel see this as corruption? That's the question in my mind right now. Plus, what are the benefits? If we achieve Lord Renning's task and give it back to Lord Renning, there's the possibility that Lord Renning may remember us. But if all he's doing is dissecting Tukata in Korriban, there's not much power or support we can expect from him. On the flip side, if we give it to Melora and she discredits her master, she might be more inclined to help us in the future, per se, if she knows that there is a relationship already. And she definitely seems more down to earth, or in this case, down to Korriban, as Lord Renning is not. Do we give it to Renning or do we give it to Melora? They both have the quest marker above their heads. Decisions. In the end, Varel, while understanding megalomania, does not condone it. She sees too much of it in the Sith Empire, and that's why she feels that it's not nearly as powerful as it could be, because so many people focus on themselves than the Empire as a whole, I guess. Now, don't get me wrong, it's kind of a contradiction because she does want power herself, but I think on this one we're going to go ahead and go with Apprentice Melora.
Have you recovered the mutant Tukata brain yet? I'm eager to conclude the business we discussed.
It's all yours. Enjoy.
Excellent. This chemical will make it appear as though Renning is falsifying his research. There. All that remains is for me to whisper the right words in the wrong ears. I'm transferring credits to your account now. Give Renning the brain and collect his reward too. You've made out quite well.
I did this for the greater good of the Empire.
But you'll take my credits, won't you? Planning to donate them to the Imperial Orphanage, We shouldn't be seen speaking again. Lord Renning might suspect us. Give him the brain.
Okay, so we've given Melora the brain. She's altered it. We're now going to give it to Renning.
You have the brain at last. Excellent work. I trust it wasn't too much trouble.
I punished the foul creature for the trouble it caused you.
My apprentice, Melora, could learn from your example. She's much too soft-hearted. I must continue my research at once. Great discoveries await. Take a reward and go.
Don't forget who helped you achieve this victory.
Yes, you may stop talking now. Goodbye.
Yeah, I think we made the right choice there. Renning was not going to be supporting us in the future. We gained plenty of experience points. We gained 50 light side points. And we are now level 15. Okay, well, I think that can conclude this episode here. Finished off the interrogation main storyline quest, and we've done 2 side quests as well. And next time, we will continue on with our main storyline in Slaying the Beast. But that will be next time. If you've made it to the end of this video, thank you for watching. If you want to watch another video from yours truly, click on the left-hand thumbnail. If you want to keep track of this channel and make sure you don't miss this series or any other, click on the right-hand thumbnail and subscribe. And as always, I look forward to hearing your feedback, so please post in the comments section below. Until next time, this is J Square John Jeremy signing off, saying so long and take care.